The former Prime Minister, Tony Abbott, has called on governments across the globe to relax the coronavirus lockdowns that have plunged national economies into recession. In a speech in London, Mr Abbott also condemned the Melbourne lockdown as a form of health dictatorship that was causing more damage than the coronavirus itself.
Governments paying businesses' wages bill for them, borrowers freed from mortgage repayments and tenants no longer having to pay rent. None of this can last. Yet every day it goes on risks establishing a new normal.
The former Minister for Health under John Howard, Mr Abbott, said the federal government was spending far more to keep the economy afloat than it should be if the issue were examined through the eyes of health economists. He said the benefits of the lockdown in extending the lives of those vulnerable to coronavirus did not warrant the new debt being added to the nation's balance sheet.
Even with roughly 10 years of expected life left, that's still $200,000 per quality life year, or substantially beyond what governments are usually prepared to pay for life-saving drugs. Once it was clear that a 60% infection rate and a 1% death rate was unlikely, shouldn't we have started to ask whether the cure was proportionate to the disease?
Meanwhile, the mooted appointment of Tony Abbott to a revived UK Board of Trade, which has not yet been formally confirmed, has drawn fire from one of the government's own MPs, who says it undermines the position of the Trade Secretary, Liz Truss.
This is such a bad idea. I'm not sure I can come up with words for how awful I think it is. But look at Liz Truss, one of the few women to hold a big job in this government. She is president of the Board of Trade and she's being told that she's going to job share with a bloke from Australia. He's a misogynist. He has very poor views on LGBTQ rights, and I just don't think this is a man who should be anywhere near our Board of Trade.
Mr Abbott defended the controversy surrounding his politics as evidence of the strength of his principles.
Inevitably, if you have convictions, you'll draw criticism. But if you want to get things done, you need people with convictions.
In several public remarks today, Tony Abbott urged Britain and Australia to sign off on a free trade agreement by January the 1st. It's a timeline that will concern Britain's agriculture lobby, for example, which is worried Boris Johnson will trade away higher animal welfare and environmental standards in the rush for a trade triumph as Brexit nears.